Do you ever find yourself in a situation that calls for courage on your part? Hello, I'm Judith Davis. When we think of being courageous, we might at first think of a dramatic scenario in which we do something very brave, like running into a burning house to rescue a child, marching for a cause in the face of ugly protesters, or whistleblowing despite the danger of threats to our lives. And we may think that we would never be in such a situation. But there are many less dramatic situations in which courage may be called for. Having a difficult conversation with a relative, stating your opinion in the face of contrary groupthink, or confronting microaggressors. We will definitely sometimes be in these situations. What are our choices? When we find ourselves in a situation in which courage is called for, we need to balance the virtue of being courageous against the magnitude of the downside. If having a difficult conversation with a loved relative would cause her to cut off all further interaction with you, would having that conversation still be the best thing to do? At work, would stating an opinion that would be unwelcome jeopardize your livelihood? An acquaintance of mine has taught his children to create and maintain a 3-month emergency fund so that they can leave a position if they would otherwise be expected to behave unethically. Would confronting a microaggressor cause her to seek revenge that might jeopardize the safety of your family? Might we take the easy way out? If we take the easy way out and avoid confrontation, we might think that we're sparing ourselves stress, but in fact, taking the easy way out will create stress. The knowledge that we've avoided something that we should have faced will lower our self-esteem, and that will contribute to our overall stress level. A harder choice. Sometimes the wisest course of action is to refrain from behavior that might outwardly seem courageous. Choosing not to respond to provocations may be perceived as cowardice, but in reality, it can often be the better and more thoughtful choice. In fact, it may require a deeper kind of courage to exercise restraint and rise above the impulse to react. How do we choose? At times, it can be difficult to determine the best way to respond to a situation that calls for courage. Your inner guide can be invaluable, as it draws on all your subliminal perceptions, including subtle cues about others' emotional states, allowing you to assess the situation more fully and make a well-informed decision on how to proceed. If you don't yet have an inner guide, you can acquire one for free here.